Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bruce Chef Penthouse Party. Doesn't look like much of a penthouse. That's because they didn't put a kitchen up there, so I'm using a kitchen down here. We're doing a Steamworks beer marathon dinner. Prime rib, Yorkshire puddings, mashed broccoli and cheddar potatoes.
This week, guys, we've actually been privileged enough to have Steamworks actually provide us with a bunch of array of their beers. This week we have their porter, their ESB, their IPA, and their Pilsner. Actually both agree that so we're actually drinking. This has actually been great. It's actually called the coffee.
We're gonna start off with a 470-degree oven. A bunch of this real awesome, sexy Steamworks coal porter. In the bottom of a pan, some chicken stock. We're gonna fire this into our 475-degree oven on the bottom shelf. This is gonna add moisture in the air and collect all the drippings from our prime rib roast. Alright, so we're gonna start making a rub for our prime rib. Kick it off with some fresh chopped rosemary. Fire that into a mixing bowl. Then I've got some whole grain mustard. Lots of it. Then we've got some of this creamy Dijon mustard. And we're just going to mix this all together.
First, we're going to season you. We're going to stick you in the oven. We're going to put it on high heat and cook the crap out of your outside. And then we're going to put you on a nice low heat, let you so I can digest you in my belly. Rex, just out of curiosity, is there any chance that we could like cut a little hole in there so I could insert myself in the meat?
Part of the fun about coming to other people's places and cooking is you don't always know what you're going to get. We've got seasoning salt, not regular salt. So we're going to go a little bit of seasoning salt. Cracked pepper. Okay, then we're going to take this super killer grainy mustard rosemary, get in there, just put a nice big thick coating all over. It's a really good chance to play with your meat at the start of the night before you feed your meat to someone at the end. Right, we're going to take our lathered up piece of meat here, we're going to place it on that rack in the oven. That's going to catch all the drippings, and that's what we're going to make our gravy out of later.
You know, just try and do my thing and enjoy the moment. You just gotta make
Hey AJ,
just like any good goalie, make him work.
Buffalo,
And just try to make it not just
this time.
get all three guys ending up at that crease, and you know.
Alright folks, there you have it. That bad boy's been in there for about 40 minutes at 500. Now we're going to close her up, turn it down to 325 and leave it in there for an hour and a half. Now we're going to make the batter for our Yorkshire puddings. We're going to start off with eggs. Just crack a whole bunch of them into a measuring cup.
Awesome.
So we're going to take all these eggs in there. The secret to Yorkshire puddings is it's completely equal parts flour, eggs, and liquid. Normally, we just use milk, which I mean, I guess we could. We're going to use a little bit, like, you know, that much. Then the rest of it, we're going to grab some of this copper roof ESB from Steamworks. So it's a little bit of milk, just a little bit, and a whole bunch of beer. Then we're going to rinse out our thing, add the same amount of flour. Look! I found a blender! It's going to make this way easier. Okay, so our prime rib roast, it's been in here for about an hour and 45 to 2 hours. Take a long knife, poke it straight through the thickest part, wait for 3 seconds, put the middle to your lip. If it's just slightly warm, you know it's at about medium rare right now. It's gonna rest for about 40 minutes. So we're gonna start making our gravy. We're gonna get some butter in, we're gonna get it on kind of medium-high heat, and then we're gonna add some flour, and that's gonna be what we're gonna turn into our gravy. Our butter's melted. Now we're going to make a roux. We're going to add a bunch of flour. If you can see a little bit, it's still a little bit shiny, almost glossy. Just means there's not quite enough flour. So this right here, that's that stout and chicken stock plus all the drippings from the beef that we cooked in the oven. We're gonna add that into our roux and start giving it a whisk. Okay, so right now, this bad boy's pretty thick, which I knew it was gonna be. It's not enough gravy for 12 people anyways. So we're just gonna add some more Steamworks Cole Porter. Gonna give that a little whisk. As it comes up to temperature, it'll thicken up a little bit more and we'll just keep coming back to it whisking. These here, this is our muffin tins for the Yorkshire puddings. We're gonna add them about a quarter full of some sunflower oil. Then fire that into that 500-degree oven and get this oil super, super smoking hot. All right, let's get this oil hot. So we got our oil for our Yorkshire puddings nice and hot, and I got this super sweet UV glove on so I don't scald my hands. So it turns out that blender that Mike has is pretty cool. Just like that. We're gonna try and do this without burning myself. At about 500 degrees, these should take 14 minutes. High five! Great success!
Rex's super concentrated look.
What, this one? We're gonna take this IPA butter and cream mixture, add about half of it into those potatoes, add in a nice big handful of cheddar cheese, then we're gonna start firing broccoli in there.
Girl, I see you. Do what you do. Go on, girl, and act a fool. There's no need to play it cool.
Grab our potato masher. Just get in there, don't be shy.
Come on, stick with me. I'll keep things the way they should be. Do that.
Lena, what are you doing? Take it up and get it played. Just dripping everywhere. Yeah. Mop, please. Aisle 3. We got it all upstairs. Now let's plate it. Broccoli cheddar, mashed potatoes. It's got our vegetable in it. That's all we need. Big old slab of roast prime rib. Yorkshire pudding on top. And we've got our Steamworks Cole Porter gravy.